Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. Midday money here on Monday, the 29th of December. Money Monday. Winding down 2025. Holy cow. Yeesh. Welcome on into the show. Thanks for popping in. Good morning, good afternoon. Whatever time of day it is, so you're spending, be honest, it's going to be what? Hanging out for about 15 minutes or so? Coming in, we'll do a little bowl games today and next couple days. A couple college basketball games for you. NFL, got a tutty up. So there's that. At Mr. Sean Higgs on the X, come give it a follow. Plays are posted. And we are underway here on the Twitter world. 5252. Not one new follower in a day. Well, that's life. That's baseball, Susan. iHeartRadio after the fact. If you want to tune in, you can watch the replays on YouTube, which is great. On the YouTube channel. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button there. You can subscribe. Super duper. iHeartRadio again after the fact, which is really good for shows like Look Headlines, which is winding down, yes. But we did have Brandon Lang, 2 for the Money fame, was on with me last night. I think we're going to have another celebrity next weekend for Wildcard Weekend. Do you want to tune into that? Again, iHeartRadio for the podcast. Whenever you want to listen, you can put, like I say, you turn on when you go to bed, use an old phone, let that puppy just run, and every year and a half I get about $13. So there's that. I got that going on for me. Let's get to the games. I mean, we're going to recap for the weekend there. We'll talk about the playoffs and all that coming up. Games in the chat, games scrolling, games comment section. King D's in the house, my guy. Mr. Colt, I was just checking you guys out here on the draft board. The Jets, what are you getting, like your 16th pick there? All right, 16-11 with the bowl games. Here we go with the midday money picks. We put this out yesterday. Appalachian State plus 8.5, under 59.5. This has moved up to a 10. I thought maybe Appalachian was going to get some guys from what their coach was saying. Like, oh, you're going to be shocked we'll get these guys back. Yeah, apparently not, because the line is 10 and the totals dropped 2 points there. So I did have the under out on the premium side of things there. I was waiting on Appalachian State like all night trying to dig and find stuff, but the line is 10. And again, we put these out early. It happens. That's when you move ahead of time. These are the chances we take. Illinois plus 115 on the money line in the Music City Bowl versus Tennessee on Tuesday. That is a 5:30 kickoff. TCU over 55.5 versus USC in the Alamo Bowl. That is Tuesday night at 9 p.m. Iowa under the 46.5. That is Wednesday. Your ReliaQuest Bowl at high noon. Iowa and Vanderbilt under the total 46.5. Duke. Again, I got this game myself already up on the sites. If you're a YouTube member there, you also saw that way back when. Sun Bowl action, minus the 3. There's a 2.5 out there. I think I put it out at a little better number than that when we grabbed it. What do we have Dookie at? Minus 1.5. So it is what it is. There are some bowl games for the week. NFL tonight, Rams over the total. So 49.5, I'm thinking Stats Padford. You better put up some numbers, my guy. You want to keep up with a Drake May season. And I think Stats Padford gets some tutties today. And I do have tutties. They are scrolling. They're scrolling and they're on the Twitter world. Blake Corum, anytime tutty, plus 160. Puka, 2 tutties, 340. I put it down on the sports memo picks and parlays. You could add props. So I put that 2 touchdowns in there. It was 475. So, again, shop around for your player props for different numbers there. The Puka 2 tutties. I'm not going to do an even money. That's not my show. We're not called the even money show. We're not the minus 13,000 show, stuff like that. We are the plus. We should be the plus dollar daddy. That's the old when I get the OnlyFans going. There you go. But there's 2 touchdowns. Puka 2 TDs plus 475 and Blake Corum plus the 160 spot there. College hoops coming out. Here we go. William Mary minus 130. This was a pick 'em yesterday when we had it. Now it's it's up to 2. We'll go minus 130 on one line. Drexel plus 8.5. We like the Dragons. Mount St. Mary's plus 4.5. And we'll lay a big chunk here with Arkansas, the Razorbacks, 23.5 versus James Madison. So there is that with college hoops. College basketball for the year. We had a winner the other day. I believe we are one. Where's my little notes? 126 and 118 with college basketball. So we've won. It's been a nice run the last month, getting this over 500 and chip it down here. So I'm looking forward to 2026 college hoops as we go forward there. So also for Diane and Dana and Sean, your jerseys, your signed jerseys are out. I was way behind on doing that with the holidays. They should have been out 3 weeks ago. I apologize, but everything is on the way. That's what happens. You start rolling, things get sidetracked a little bit. I apologize. Such a tragedy to Colts. I really hope this Sauce Gardner trade doesn't backfire. Guy can't stay healthy. Sauce Gardner's the only guy to go from a 1-7 team to a 1-7 team. I mean, listen, guy gets hurt. What are you going to do? You get hurt, the injuries happen, right? We know this. But you lose a quarterback, you pull a guy out of retirement after 5 years. This is the problem with the NFL, with these young quarterbacks. Nobody's developed. Nobody's given a shot. I took the under for next week's game already with Houston and the Colts, 40.5. I said last night with Brendan Lang, I said, listen, I'll be shocked if this isn't 37 by game. I mean, we're going to get Riley Leonard probably, right? Texans are still in it to win the South. Now, listen, if the Jaguars come out and they're up 27-0 in the first half, will it change things? Yeah. I'm still not buying crazy offense here. Oh, look at this young man popping in. Maurice, my guy, good to see you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Falcons 5-2 ATS underdogs this season. 2 teams they cover against were the Niners and Seattle. Yeah, I mean, we know this. They beat the Bills. But this is I mean, you got a team here with the Rams out of contention for the top seed, right? It's Seattle and Niners win that. But you got a quarterback who might be looking for an MVP. And honestly, I pulled up the playoff picture race. I was trying to figure out where we're going here. The Rams are the 6th seed. They can't climb to the 1 seed, so they're going to be a wild card either way. But again, at 11-4, you win here, you're 12-4, right? So everybody's 12-4. The fifth, Seattle, if they lose 13-4, they're out. 13-4, San Fran moves to the top. If the Rams beat Arizona, they're 13-4. Do they move out of the 6th seed over Seattle? It's like I like them. Again, I'm not laying the number. We have the total. This is more of a quarterback play for me here with the touchdowns and the total. Because where are they going? Are they moving ahead of the 5 seed here or Seattle or San Fran, whoever the case may be? You're in the 6th spot. It is what it is. You're right now. You're heading to Philly. Heading to Philly to play the Eagles again. Who you should have beat. Jake A's in the house. The Heat, home dogs versus Denver. 8 in a row versus Heat for Denver. 80% sets of the bets on Denver trap. I don't like using that kind of stuff. Everybody wants to jump into those kind of bet percentages, and I think they get skewed. All right, you're playing in Louisiana. Is everybody betting LSU or are they betting Arkansas? A lot of bear money on the Bears in Chicago over the Lions. There'll be Lions monies coming into Michigan. This is just, let's be honest. You got a Denver team. I don't know. Are they pretty good? The Miami Heat are a 500 team. Denver's 22-9. Why wouldn't the average person, Maurice? You know this. You've been here long enough. You're coming into the show. Who's the average person saying? Oh, Denver just got to win by a couple points. Of course, they're going to be on all over Denver. Of course. I don't really call them no trap games. I just think that's a public game where Denver's got to win by 3. NBA stat been around for a month. Western Conference teams at home versus East teams are 60%. Road phase back-to-back 58%. I mean, the West is just so much better than the East. That does not shock me. That does. See, the problem is why that would, again, I have NBA, I have 13 games I played this year. I think I'm 5 and 6 or something. Not a lot of NBA. But what would worry me on those is why I probably wouldn't play a lot of them is how many of those are double-digit phase? Like, that don't matter. Like, double-digit free, I'm like, I'm just going to move on. Road phase back-to-back, though, 58%. That's interesting. Because you think they're sitting at somebody somewhere along the line. Michael B's in the house. Gary says the Falcons can poop the bed too much. We know Gary likes the Rams first to 20 tonight. Yeah, well, the Falcons are garbage. They're not a good team. How am I going? 4-1 NFL, 1-1 NBA, but 1-4 college basketball. Bills really flipped the day. Why is McDermott going for 2 there? I saw somebody last night on Twitter was like, this is rigged. They're going for 2. Why wouldn't you go for 2? Your quarterback's hurt. I mean, he might even play this week. It took you the entire game to score a touchdown. You drove down the field in 40 seconds? Philly's on their heels. Go for the win. Why wouldn't you go for the win? Let's go for the tie. You need a win to win the division. Like you need a tie's not helping you overtaking New England. And then he's got a bad foot, apparently. 1-4 in college hoops yesterday. Oh my goodness. What are you doing college basketball on this Sunday? Kids coming back from Christmas. Rams win tonight. They avoid going to Philly. Is that how it breaks down? There will be no trip to Philly? Then who goes to Philly? Seattle goes to Philly? It's Seattle or the Rams going to feel, because if the Niners win, they are division champs, so they'll be on the bye week. So there is that. And the Rams played Seattle. You lost to Seattle. You beat them 21-19 and you lost 38-37. If it goes to head-to-head with the split, I guess you have the win because you won by 1 point. You won by 2. They won by 1. You got the split versus San Fran. I don't know who gets that seed. I don't know how the breakdown is, because it doesn't say they avoid Philly. It just says they play Philly right now. I mean, they still have to beat Arizona next week. I mean, they win tonight, they're 12-4. That's the same record as the Niners and Seattle. And if that's the case, you're still – again, I don't know how the heads break down. Nothing on tonight's NFL for Michael B. Leaning the Rams, if AFL loss is great. Not only do they win, they have covered 7 straight. I don't understand why this line's coming down. Well, again, I mean, I like the fact that you have your extra rest from the Thursday night game. But it's coming down where? What do you see here? I see 7.5. So was it an 8? Was it even higher? I mean, I see a 50 total out there, a 48.5, 49.5, a 49, 7.5s across the board at the Sharpies, and it was a 7 at DK, 7.5 at FanDuel. I want to take Cal Baptist, but I should have taken 8.5 last night. Now it's 6.5. Again, if you like it, take it the night before. But you're on the YouTube, so you saw what I put out today. I got the William and Mary to pick them. That's at 2. I got the Youngstown at 9. It's at 11. You know, I mean, the lines move. If you like something, I say grab it. You know, don't wait for how you think someone else is going to feel about it, or I'm going to wait in the morning and see if my feeling was correct on it or my thought was correct. That is what happens. Cal Baptist, Utah Valley, 6.5, huh? I took Poland plus 6.5 last night. I think they went outright. No clue with NBA. Not, you know me, Maurice. I'm not running NBA in December. College basketball Saturday, January, February conference plays. What I like. Conference play starts in December now. I know, and you know what? I had a 500 November, December, which is odd. Usually I'm strong in November with the non-conference. I just couldn't and it wasn't like I'm like, oh my goodness, we're like 0-7 today, 0-10. It was just every day 1-2, 5-3, 3-6, 3-4, 3-4, 4-2. Like I just could not do anything. Could not get into a groove. Merrimack today. Who are these guys? This is early game versus Sacred Heart. 2-point doggy. Philly had 19 yards of offense in the second half. Bills were dominating time of possession. Bills were just 1-6 on 2-point conversions. Now 1-7. You're at home, crowd behind you. Go for the win. Again, you can say all that about Philadelphia. What did you do during the game? What did you guys do? Nothing. I mean, where was they did nothing in the second half. Well, I mean, I had the Bills for the game at 3. I I thought they were going to win. I've been high on Philly. They haven't played all year. Punt, downs, punt. You finally score. You finally score with how much time in the fourth quarter? 5 minutes to go. So 5 minutes to go in the game, at home with the crowd behind you, you finally punched a scoring. And your extra point gets blocked. Okay. You get the ball back. You go 80 yards in 3 minutes. Again, it took you the game is 60 minutes. It took you 55 to score. You march down the field. Let's not forget you need a 30-yard pass on fourth down to survive here. Why are we going for two? Did you watch the offense didn't score till there was 5 minutes left to go in the game? Oosh. I see sevens on a rim on my books. You got sevens, huh? I'm on a live screen. I got 7.5s. Everything. Offshores, locals, brick and mortars. I mean, maybe you're playing at a sharper spot where people just get on, I'm getting 7.5, I'll take it. Now, listen, the Rams to me you're on the road, you're a wild card team. You're not moving, you're not going to be the 1 seed, but you're just a wild card team. I look at this as a Stats Padford MVP game. Come out here, throw 3-4 touchdown passes. Maybe you cover, maybe you don't. I don't want to get involved in that. I think we see points. 1-4 college basketball last night, and fire away in college basketball the way things are going. I had a winner yesterday in Northern Colorado. Was that yesterday or the day before? I don't remember. Might have been yesterday. Seattle over the Flyers on the ice for Gary. Probably plays December 15th. Ravens for the North, Panthers for the South, and Bears for the North. If Panthers win Saturday, I'll hedge with the Steelers 1-1. You got a shot here. I like the Panthers. I mean, Tampa Bay favored. I no idea why. Honestly, I wouldn't edge. I think the Ravens. I don't think the Steelers. I think the Steelers win. Jerseys are all out. JK, they're all out. I sent them all. You should have gotten them. You didn't get a jersey yet, JK? I got to go through. I said yours out a while ago. Michael B says, Nets first quarter. Warriors one of the worst first quarter teams in the NBA. You know what? I like the you brought up the Raptors yesterday. And I was like, yeah, I like the Raptors. I ended up getting down on it. And I saw they won in overtime. Anytime I could get rid of or go against the Warriors, I'm in. Sam, Purdy's your daddy. I had San Francisco, so he's not my daddy. Thank you. I'll take San Fran last night like I did. Gas station sushi's in the house. Good to see you. Niner also likes the Nets. The Raptors beat up on the Warriors last night. SF Niner guy. SF Niner should add a GS Oak on the back of this, so we know he likes Golden State and the A's. The San Francisco Giants. All right. Here you go. Today, Appalachian State, 8.5. Again, we did this the other day. The line has moved. Yeah, it's 10.5. It's a 10. I'm leaving 8.5. I don't change the lines once I post them up here. It is what it is. 59.5. I'm sure someone will be like, oh, 59, it's 57. Yeah, buddy. But we also got the bad number on the total, on the spread, because we put it out the other day. Illinois, money line, plus 115 over Tennessee. TCU, USC over to 55.5. Iowa, Vandy under 46.5. Duke to get it done here, minus a 3 versus Arizona State. Rams over 49.5 tonight. Again, sidewise, I think this is a stats pad for it. Pad the stats. Scrolling, you see Puka 2 touchdowns in the scroll along Blake Corum to score a anytime tutty there. So there is that. College hoops, William & Mary minus 130. Drexel plus 8.5. Mount St. Mary's plus 4.5. Arkansas minus 23.5 for your Monday action. SF Niner does not like the A's. Guys said could not believe the Cracker were underdogs home versus the Flyers. Again, this is might as well be Chinese arithmetic or speaking Arabic. We're talking hockey. Hockey. It's football season. Bad spot for the Warriors after Christmas win. Yeah, Toronto, great spot. Niners still the best. The Niners still the third best team in the NFC West. I don't know if they're the third best team. If they win this week, they're going to be the number 1 seed in the West. So now they're the number 2 thing. Now they're 2 in the West right now. Niners like, yeah, sure, gas station sushi. Sandu likes the Mavericks, Charlotte, and Orlando in the NBA. Enjoy the NBA, nothing but the MNBA. It's the M. You can't put NBA, it's got to be M. If they had a W in front of it, you got to put an M in front of this one. Steelers and Baltimore coaches should stay, but might be time for a change of Bills. I don't think the Steelers. I guess you stay. You like being 500 and 9-8 every year, or 9-7, whatever the heck it is. I guess you're going nowhere. You're a team that can't draft a quarterback because you're never bad or that bad. You're just going to recycle veteran quarterbacks to catch lightning in a bottle. I guess if Steeler fans like just being a wild card team, first round, host a first round wild card game, that's perfect for them. SF9 does not like the Orlando pick there. Nate's in the house. Where you been, fella? San Jose Sharks on the ice and Georgia Southern first half money line. Georgia Southern first half money line. I mean, what are you laying, $2 there? Michael Beast, I like to hammer the Hawks this week. I love them on the road. I think the Niners are frauds. Niners have owned them and Darnold in the big game. Exactly. I mean, you're hammering a team in a pick'em. I don't know. I don't really know if that's it. Has Darnold ever won in his life? SF9, I can't wait. Yeah, I mean, he's lost last year. I mean, he lost to the Rams twice. He lost to the Lions twice. He lost to the Rams this year. I mean, lost to the Niners. I understand the Sam Darnold can't win. We're in the he's Kirk Cousins prime time, right? You know, I mean, he lost to the Niners. He lost to the Rams. And he lost that crazy one in Tampa Bay. Again, where was the defense there? You scored to go up, and then you let Baker walk down the field and score on you. Minus 250 parlay stuffer. Oh, my goodness. I mean, really, Darnold. I mean, it is what he's been, but also he's not. You can give the guy a bum rap. Oh, he lost to a good team. The dude is 17-6 the last 2 years. Are you mad? Last year he lost to Detroit, and he lost to the Rams. I mean, can we say the Rams are a good team? They're going to be, for all intents and purposes, they're a 7-point favorite here. They're 10-point favorites next week. they're going to be 13-3 again or 13-4. I can't blame a guy for losing to a good team. You lost 21-19. Your field goal kicker missed a field goal. I want to see what is going on with Shaheen. I'm going to need him for the Hawks. Again, I don't even know who that is. Is that Rasheed Wallace? I don't even... Who are we talking about here? Sam Darnold. Is that your brother? Whose brother? Sam Darnold? I'm just saying for the fact of the guy he's got what, 14, 20, 27 and 6 the last 2 years? Only game matter is Raiders Chiefs. It'd be great if the Raiders win. Shaheen fell asleep. I don't even know who we're talking about. Don't even know who these guys are. I don't know. I know a couple players' names. But all right. There you go for Monday. We'll be back Tuesday with Midday Money. Good bowl week ahead. And we'll see. Maybe we'll grab on some live shows. My wife wants to do something. We'll see what happens. I got to do other videos though, for the Gamblers World and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see. Midday Money always. Live shows. Again, put that notification bell on the YouTube channel. iHeartRadio for the podcast after the fact. And then and that's wrapped. That's a wrap for today. Again, plays in the chat. Should we reload them in the chat as well? Why not? There you go. Plays are back in the chat on Twitter at Mr. Sean Higgs. And there you go. Thanks for popping in on a Monday. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye.